You're watching Biker Atlas TV.
Hey guys, Rob from Biker Atlas. Thanks for watching. Today is a very exciting day. We just got through equipping our KLR650 with a bunch of accessories from Happy Trails Products out in Boise, Idaho. And so today we're going to put them to the test. We got a new skid plate and the engine guards, highway pegs, a rear master cylinder guard. The guys over there at Happy Trails really hooked us up. So again, we're going to put them to the test. Let's check it out. So the crew today was Freddie on a Husqvarna 500, and we had Glenn on a Suzuki DR650, Josh on a Suzuki DR650, and I was on the KLR650. The route we took was just outside of Las Vegas, Nevada at Red Rock Canyon, where we went through the scenic loop there, and about halfway through there's a dirt road that heads up and over the mountain and comes out on Blue Diamond Road. So that's what we did, and when we got out to Blue Diamond Road, we headed to Mountain Springs Saloon. So the beginning of the trail is just basically a dirt road, quite a bit of gravel, nothing too bad. But once we start getting up into higher elevations and climbing over the mountain, it'll get a little bit rougher, as you'll see. This Jeep let us pass right here, but you'll see later in the video that guy had no problems going anywhere with that Jeep. Right here was the first kind of little hairy section of the trail so far for the day. The rocks were getting bigger and looser, and you could hear them clanging around. Thank God for that skid plate from Happy Trails. Up in the higher elevations, you start seeing more trees and vegetation. It's really pretty nice. It's a long way down right there. Don't fall. I'm telling you, I really don't think I would have made it out in one piece without that skid plate and those accessories I got from Happy Trails Products. I mean, as you guys are watching the video, you can hear all the banging and clanging going on up underneath the bike, man. I tell you what, that thing paid for itself just in today's trip alone. So if you live in Las Vegas and you want to pick up a nice little dual sport bike, check out our buddies over at Carter Power Sports on Decatur or Freedom Cycle. They have the Triumph line up there. Tell them Biker Atlas sent you. So this is the peak of the mountain, and where we start our descent down the other side. And this is where it starts to get really hairy. Finally done with that. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. And you remember that Jeep from earlier? Well, here it comes through that nasty, nasty stuff we just went through. And man, they did a really good job. You know, some people like to talk smack about the KLR650 and some of the bigger bikes. They're too heavy for the trails and this and that. You know, KLR650 is not a great dirt bike. It's not a great street bike. It's not a great really anything bike, but it's a great all-around bike. So it's adequate in the trails. It's adequate on the street. So, you know, depending on what you're looking for a bike for, as far as our intents and purposes, the KLR650 is the perfect bike. We wouldn't have wanted anything else. Anything bigger, you'd have had a harder time muscling around in the woods. Anything smaller, you'd have a hard time getting it up on the interstate and going for, you know, road trips and things like that. And since we purchased it for both of those reasons, that's why the KLR was perfect for us. Yeah, we've got street bikes too, so if we're gonna go, you know, take out the street bikes, that's one thing, but it's really nice to have the KLR 650 to where no matter what terrain you come up on, your bike will get you through it. The rest of the stuff was just really nasty. I mean, it was either really fine, loose gravel, almost like sand, or you just had big, huge rocks all over the place. Bounce up, hit your bike, hit your feet, hit your legs. It was just, it was challenging. It certainly wasn't a leisurely little stroll through the trails or anything. But again, thanks so much to Happy Trails for sending us those guards and accessories. They definitely made a big difference. I think if it wasn't for that stuff, I would have certainly been pulled out of this trail